Hello everyone, welcome to today's live stream vlog. Happy fall. I don't know about you guys, I know some of you are still experiencing some heat, but we are getting the chilly in California today, and I'm wearing my sweater today. And do you guys know what else I'm wearing? Does anybody know what this is? I'm not even gonna tell you, I'm just gonna let you look for a moment and make some comments down below. Today's episode is sponsored by cruiseline.com, where you can find reviews, tips and photos from real everyday cruisers. And I would love to know if any of you went and read my review of MSC Seaside that I wrote over on cruiseline.com. If you haven't done that yet, check it out. My username is Cruise Tips TV, all one word. I would like to know, Mr. Cruise Tips TV, are you able to come over real quick and show off your new fashion apparel? You guys have to see this. So I think you guys are probably figuring out what's going on with the shirts, but Seth, who's in the chat today, our resident president of the Hot Tub Club, sent us a little gift. We now have matching couples Hot Tub Club shirts, and I was gonna say Mr. Cruise Tips TV looks pretty darn good in his. Let's give them the side profile, honey. Very nice. So this is a large. This is a large in a gorgeous brown color, so we are loving our fall colors. Thank you so much, Seth. You're such a sweetheart. We love them, love them, love them. And this sweater, I was dying to wear this sweater with this color because I just like mixing sweaters with t-shirts. I don't usually wear like plain t-shirts. I like them to be a little fashioned up a little bit. So anyway, I love it. Thank you so much. And Seth, feel free to put the link here and in the replay afterwards so people can get themselves a Hot Tub Club tee. Absolutely love them. And don't you guys think Mr. Cruise Tips TV looks handsome in his? I like how it's kind of hugging the biceps a little bit. So yeah, he looks good. I'm sure that we'll be taking that shirt on a cruise. So yes. All right, so we're all today about the Q&A. We're here for you for the entire hour. We're going to do nothing but answer questions. I'm going to give you some little updates on life and what's been going on with us, sort of sprinkled in throughout the live stream. But for the most part, we're just going for it. We're going to jump right in with questions. While I look through for questions, I'm just going to give you some updates on things. No live streams until October, because in October we are starting up Vlogtoberfest again. In case you are newer to our channel and you don't remember from last year, Vlogtoberfest is our daily vlogging tradition where we literally vlog every single day in the month of October. And I'm really happy to tell you guys that we are doing it again in 2018, and most of the videos will be live. Almost all of them will be live. We have a commitment at night on Tuesdays, so we can never go live on a Tuesday night. So you're gonna see some recorded episodes always on Tuesdays, but then most days of the week, we're going to be doing very short live streams. So watch for that official announcement for Vlogtoberfest later, but know that we are gonna all have so much fun together that month. We have some incredibly cool topics to discuss with you, many, many tips, literally hundreds of tips that we've been compiling for the last few months, and some giveaways that you're going to love. We're going to be doing giveaways most days of the month live. So you'll need to be present in the chat to be eligible for the giveaway. And a lot of the partners that we work with, the brand partners, the retail partners, the small businesses, are working with us to donate items for the giveaway. So we'll be having items sent directly to you from those brands. So much fun. Debbie, the times for Vlogtoberfest are going to vary a lot. During the week, I can tell you that they'll almost always be at 6 p.m. because I work all day, so I need to get home from work, kind of freshen up, maybe even have some dinner, and then jump into the set. So usually 6 p.m. Pacific weeknights, and then on the weekends, they're probably gonna be noon, but we're gonna have to mix it up a little bit because there will be days when we have other commitments. So I'll put out a calendar at the beginning of every week so that you have a set schedule for that the entire next 7 days. So hopefully that works. CBCI, no, the vlogs are not our everyday life. We don't really do that kind of vlogging. We only do travel vlogging and tip segments at this point in our life because we think people are more interested in cruising and topics around cruising. So all of the vlogs are going to be centered around cruising, and we're not traveling on a cruise in the month of October, so you're not gonna see a lot of cruise vlogs at that time, but what you will get is a lot of tip segments and a lot of live events like this. Maverick Silva has our first question of the day. day. How many bars do cruises usually have? Maverick, I can pretty confidently tell you that most cruise ships have lots and lots of bars. I can't give you a general number, but I would say if I think about the smallest ship I can possibly think of would probably have 6 or 7 bars, and the largest ship I could think of would probably be something like, 30 bars. So there's a big variety, but you're gonna have a lot of choices. All right. Hopefully you guys follow us on social media and saw all of the fun things that we did this week on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook, I just want to say thank you so much to all of you who wished us a happy anniversary. We posted our wedding photo, one of our wedding photos, on our social media channels, and I cannot begin to express how grateful we were for all the love and kindness that came back to us. We posted some words kind of about our life and our marriage there. So if you haven't checked it out, go look and give us some more love. We'll take all of it, but thank you very much. We did have our 20-year wedding anniversary this last Wednesday, and it was just a normal day for us. I went to work, we made pizza, and I think I was in bed by 9:30, but we're gonna try to have some fun this weekend to celebrate. So for those of you who are asking, that was pretty much my anniversary day. It was nothing too crazy, but we've got a lot of fun stuff coming up, including a really great, exciting big cruise, which we'll be announcing really soon. You can look forward to hearing about that cruise the first week of October. So that's gonna happen. Yes, thank you, Hanalei. I love the tee I'm wearing too. This was designed by Seth, who is SoCal Seth in the chat. These are the Hot Tub Club shirts that all of you are welcome to buy if you would like. Seth has his own store on Spreadshirt, and you can pick pretty much any color, any design, any size, anything you want. So thank you for the kind words. All right, let's jump into questions. Thank you, Rebecca, for the kind words. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, Shelly, our last the MSC Yacht Club vlog should be up very soon. Thank you for asking about that. Mr. Cruise Tips TV, are we looking at Thursday for the Yacht Club video? Yes, okay, so this Thursday, Shelly NYCNY, we are going to be posting that on, I believe that is September the 27th. I think that's Thursday. Yeah, September 27th, the Yacht Club video should go live. It's a beautiful location on MSC Seaside, and we're going to provide you with some information about the Yacht Club experience, what you can expect getting on the ship, and what you can expect of the experience, from dining to just the overall level of service, dress code. We were fortunate enough to interview the Yacht Club director. We did not stay in the Yacht Club, but we did visit a few times and had a few meals there, and it's just lovely. We really are interested in sailing with the Yacht Club as well. I think that would be great, and it really is such a good value. Okay, Sea Bass, best excursion for Costa Maya. What does everybody think? Best excursion for Costa Maya? I've heard that Maya Chan is great. Please let Sea Bass know if you all agree that Maya Chan is a good one. I believe Maya Chan's kind of like a beach club, but I've never been there. Okay, let's see. Sean said, basic question, but what tips do I have for MSC? You've never traveled that line. Okay, so Sean, it's difficult because when we ask about tips for a cruise line, I could talk for hours about it. So I'm gonna try to give you some quick tips here. One thing I would recommend if you're sailing on MSC is, if you can afford it, book into the Aria experience. Aria is not the Yacht Club. It is one of the higher level experiences that includes the alcohol package and includes some time in the thermal suite and spa, which is very lovely, and it can be an excellent bargain. And Aria is spelled A-U-R-E-A. You'll notice that when you book into MSC, you choose an experience level, which is a little bit unusual. People are not used to, when they sail with the big 3 lines, to having to choose an experience. There are certain inclusions and exclusions. So really choose carefully. And I would also just recommend that you watch lots and lots of videos and vlogs. And I know that you mentioned you've seen some bad experiences from MSC, and I know that they did have a rocky start on Seaside in the beginning. From what I'm hearing though, from people, from travelers and vloggers and other people who are going back and giving this ship a chance, or in some cases a second chance, is that those issues are really being worked out. I'm sure there are exceptions to that. There are always exceptions to that. People are going to complain about everything, right? So that would be my one tip for you. If you go on MSC Seaside, do not miss the thermal suite. It is wonderful. I do believe that Joe Mock has given us a nice super chat today. Thank you so much, Joe, for donating to the anniversary dinner cause. What I guess today that's what we're going to call it. So we've been talking about going out for Korean barbecue maybe tonight or tomorrow. So maybe you just helped us push us over the edge with that decision. Thank you so much. Rachel, thank you for the compliment on my sweater. It's last season Target. You know I get so many great things at Target, right? Okay. All right. Let's see what we have here. Does anybody know? Gate Girl wants to know if the Pan American Pier in Puerto Rico is good for accessibility. Gate Girl, it probably is, but I'm going to let other people answer. Tim, I have never been on Norwegian Getaway. That is correct. I'm sorry about that, but someday we would love to. We have been on Norwegian Bliss, which is a somewhat similar ship, and it was absolutely spectacular. I'm dying to go back on Norwegian Bliss or any of that class of ship, and I think you're going to love it. All right. Cute K said, what can you do at the ports of Hawaii if you don't buy an excursion? There's tons of things you can do. You could rent a car in Hawaii. You could explore going to a beach for the day, taking a cab to a beach, lots and lots of different things. Sylvia, does Holland America offer soda can packages? They probably do. I'm not 100% sure about that, but most cruise lines do offer soda can packages. Doesn't mean you get unlimited soda cans. What it means is you get some sodas delivered to your room, and they usually charge you something. You get like a 5 for 6 or 6 for 5 deal. So you buy 6 cans and you get it for the price of 5. But usually it's not cans, it's bar Coke. So Sydney said with Costa Maya to find the beach club with the swim up pool, he thinks it's Maya Chan. Yeah, I think so too. Okay. Okay. Rebecca, any advice for booking a group cruise? Your friends want to go on a group cruise. I think what you mean is if you've got enough people to constitute a group, what should you do? The first thing you need to do is find a good travel agent who has done group cruises before and let them help to guide you in what line to pick. Okay. All right, let's see here. Shout out to Evan and Ava. Hi, R. Wells. Let's see, what is your question? You said you want our opinion. Thank you. Let me go back up and see if I can find your question. CBCI, I don't know how the Wi-Fi is on Carnival Legend, but my experience with Carnival Cruise Line in general's Wi-Fi is that not only is it great and fast, but they have the best unlimited packages and the best rates. So it is great. Okay. Mellow Bulldog, you want feedback on Royal Palms Beach Club in Grand Cayman. I got to tell you, I didn't like it. I'm really sorry. I hate being negative. But the beach was really small, it was crowded, they charged way too much for beach chairs. I would personally not return there. The food was excellent. The service in the restaurant that sits above the beach was great. But once you wanted to go down onto that beach, I didn't like it. I felt crowded. We had my mom with us on that cruise, and I wanted to get her some shade, and I felt like you just had to pay for everything, and it was really frustrating. It is pretty, it is a nice place, and the service is good, but I don't like that hustling beach chairs thing. I don't like it. I would go to a public beach or somewhere different next time. I'm sorry, Mellow Bulldog. I didn't want to give you bad news, but it's not my favorite place. Okay, I'm scrolling up. Let's see here. Denisha said the water park is fun in Costa Maya, for those of you who are going to Costa Maya. Debbie wants to know what is the best excursion for Cozumel and Grand Cayman. Let's help Debbie out because I do have my opinions on Cozumel and Grand Cayman. Debbie, there's so many things to do in both of those ports. I can tell you the things I have done in both of them if it helps you. In Cozumel, we've done the beach clubs. We've gone to Nachi Cacombe and to Mr. Sancho's. They're both really fun. There's more. There's more beach clubs that you can go to. Paradise Beach, Playa Mia, there's just a ton of options there. And in Grand Cayman, we did really enjoy Stingray City. You can book Stingray City outside of the cruise line and have a smaller boat experience, which I would recommend that you do. Sophia wants to know if we can tell you anything about Symphony of the Seas. Sophia, I'm not a Royal Caribbean expert, but I really want you to follow Matt at Royal Caribbean Blog. His website, his forums, his podcasts are absolutely the gold standard for Royal Caribbean, and you definitely want to be checking that out, okay? Yes. Oh, Simple Char. Yes, said the same thing about Royal Caribbean. Check out Royal Caribbean Blog. Okay, Laurel wants excursion or day pass ideas at St. Thomas, San Juan, Grand Turk, or Amber Cove. I've never done that at any of those places, Laurel, so we're going to have to count on other people to give you day pass ideas. If you're watching this in the replay and you can help Laurel out, leave a comment. We'd greatly appreciate it. Jade, what cruise length do I think is best for first timers? I think 5 to 8 days is perfect for first timers. Nothing Nothing less, nothing more. I think that's perfect. Sharon, thank you so much for the kind words about the MSC videos being uploaded quickly. Yeah, we had to put everything else aside and just do it because we really wanted to have them sequentially done. The good news is we didn't have another cruise backing up into the editing queue, and sometimes that's what happens when we go on a cruise, is that we'll get back from one and we'll still be editing an old one. That wasn't the case with this one, so it was a lot easier for us to progress through the editing, and we just made it happen. It was not easy, but Mr. Cruise Tips TV did a really good job, and I would agree with you that that was well done. Okay. All right, let's see here. All right, R. Wells, I found your question, R. Wells. Got it. Okay, you're going to Cozumel in December, loved Mr. Sancho's, and now you're conflicted. Should you go Nachi or Mr. Sancho's? 100% with 6 adults and 3 kids. I don't know the ages of the kids, R. Wells, but I think you should probably go to Mr. Sancho's. Nachi is fun, but Mr. Sancho's has all those water toys for the kids. If your kids are over the age of 6 or 7 and they can swim well, go to Mr. Sancho's. If they are little or they don't like swimming, go to Nachi Cacombe. Okay, let's see here. I'm scrolling up and we're gonna see. Zia, we're announcing our next cruise early October. It's gonna be a big one and we're really excited to tell you, so stay tuned. Come back and join us for our daily vlogging event in October where we go live or do some kind of a video every single day. We're super excited about that. Okay, I'm going down to the bottom to pick up some more questions now. Thank you all for your patience. If I've missed you, hang in there and we will get there. Okay. Peter, you're just off Seaside. Tell us about your experience. Did you have a good time and what type of cabin and experience? Jay Dura, do we always get perks when booking a cruise? No, not necessarily. It depends on what cruise line we're with. When we book with Norwegian, Norwegian comes with perks. So I think that's your question. I'm not sure if you're talking about media perks or if you're talking about just perks in general. But with Norwegian, obviously, we usually do the free at sea concept and we get some perks there. But usually, other than that, we never buy drink packages or anything like that. Okay. Bodacious wants to know if Labadee has a water park. Anybody know? I'm not sure if, I don't know that Labadee does. Linda, thank you for reminding everyone to do the thumbs up. Carol wants to know if the Turtle Farm and Hell is worth it at Grand Cayman. Carol, I did that excursion when I was on my first cruise when I was like 17 or 16 years old. I thought it was okay, but with Grand Cayman, for me, it's more about those beautiful beaches and the water, so I personally don't really want to do it. But it might be fun with kids. It might be fun for your first time, but try to combine it with something closer to the sea. You know what I mean? T-Crew Enterprise, what do I think about the Carnival Vista? I think Vista is an amazing ship, and I'd love to go on Carnival Vista, Carnival Horizon, so yeah. I think it's awesome. All right, Rebecca's recommending St. Thomas, Megan's Bay Beach. That's a good one. Okay. Deosha Smith wants to know, daughter Elise wants to know, what was your all-time favorite cruise and why? First, Deosha, I have to tell you that that is my favorite name for a little girl. And if we had had a little girl, she would have been named Elise. So tell your daughter that, because that is absolutely my favorite name in the world. I don't have a favorite cruise because I've had so many incredible cruise experiences that I cannot pick a cruise line. I just can't. I can tell you about some of my top 5 favorites. We have had really good experiences on Princess Cruise Grand Class ships because there's some features of those ships that we really love, which you guys hear me talk about a lot. One of those things being the covered and heated pools, really great for families. We probably had one of the best family cruises we've ever had on MSC Seaside in July. It was probably one of the most fun and adventurous family trips we've ever taken in our life. My husband and I probably had one of our best cruises of all time on Holland America, on Westerdam to the Eastern Caribbean before our son was born. Just a spectacular cruise in every way. We also had an exceptional cruise on Holland America's Maasdam to Canada and New England. We got what's called an accidental deal. Have you guys heard of that? An accidental deal on airplane flights or on a vacation where there's actually a mistake on a website. We got a mistake there on a suite on Holland America in like 2006, and it was unreal. We loved it. It was great. We had access to the lounge where they have a cappuccino machine and snacks all day, and we were like living the life. So that was one of our favorites. We've just really had a lot of fun on a lot of the cruises that we've been on, and have had some pretty standout experiences on every single line we've ever sailed with. Hopefully that helps you. Okay. Kirsten, I've never done Starfish Sanctuary and Palancar Reef snorkel starfish, but that sounds so fun in Cozumel, and that sounds like something we would totally do. So I think that you should go for it. I think that sounds really fun. Jade, it depends on where you're going as to what is the best, what time of year is best for cruisers. You just need to be really careful, because depending on where you're cruising, you could accidentally end up cruising during hurricane season because it was cheaper, or during the most expensive season in Alaska because you were off of school. So why don't you message me, Jade? I think you know how to contact me. I think we were messaging each other last night, and let's talk about that. So that's so cute, Diosha. I'm so glad. She sounds cute. Tell little Elise we said hi. Okay, let's see. Did someone ask a question about Atlantis? Did you see it, Mr. Cruise Tips TV? Was there an Atlantis? You didn't? Okay. Oh, I found it. Richard Fodoraro. Richard, please forgive me if I've not said your name correctly. You didn't make it to Atlantis in the Bahamas. Is it too pricey or worth it? That is such a good question, Richard. It is very expensive to buy a water park pass for the day at Atlantis. So we are going to be very clear with this tip and this recommendation moving forward forever, okay? Yes, it's a lot of money. I think it's over $150 per person for the day. You have access to the entire property though. So you have access to the private beach, the real private beach, not the one that's next door, the one where you are on the private beach. So this is if you book Atlantis on your own. I'm not talking about a cruise ship sponsored excursion here. We just took a cab to Atlantis and did it ourselves. If you have $150 per person or more to spend for the day, and you're a water park junkie, and you're the kind of person who's like, I'd spend that at Disneyland, so it's okay with me, you need to do it. It's amazing, and it's not super crowded because it's a bit price prohibitive. However, only do it if you have a nice long port day. Get off that ship the second you dock and spend the entire day there. And please pack water shoes. The concrete, the cement, the ground is extremely hot between the attractions, and what you'll do is you'll go put all your clothes in a locker, and then you're gonna be in your swimsuit and bare feet. You need shoes. You need some kind of a water shoe that stays on your foot, not a flip-flop, because it'll come off on the slides and you don't want that, but I highly recommend it. Pardon me, there's a little piece of fuzz flying around in the set. But yeah, do it. It's great if you can afford it, and if that's how you want to spend your day. Stay as long as you can, maximize the experience. Better yet, take a land vacation to Atlantis. I was looking at their website the other day. They have prices between like $125 a day and $175 a day that include lunch. There's some really good deals in the summertime there. If I were to do Atlantis again, I'd probably try to go on a land vacation there and spend a week and just go to the water park every day, because it's the bomb. But it is sad to leave. You're like, oh man, and that beach is just unreal. Beautiful. Okay, let's see. Amanda wants to know if in Cozumel there's any beaches to hang out in walking distance of the port, or are all of them a taxi drive away? Let's help Amanda. I don't know the answer to that question. Okay, John Petty. First time Midwest cruisers, do I suggest the Caribbean or Mexican Riviera? Absolutely and totally I suggest the Caribbean for you, John, because it's much more beautiful. So the Mexican Riviera is awesome for people who live on the West Coast, and it's a convenience thing. We love it. But if you're talking about that Caribbean blue water and that experience, and even price-wise, it's just as cheap to go to the Caribbean, if not cheaper. So do the Caribbean, John. Okay, scrolling up. Mama Moo saying, which cruise line would I do for a family reunion? It depends on what type of family you have. Honestly, Holland America, Princess, Norwegian, all of the main lines really, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, they all do family cruises, reunion groups really, really well. If I were to do it, and I actually have done family cruises, I've done family cruises on Carnival and on Holland America, and they were both excellent. I would say Carnival is kind of nice because there's a lot for the kids to do, And the service is really great. So you've got really chipper, over-the-top, wonderful staff in a very casual environment. Holland America is a little bit more of a refined experience, but not stuffy. So Mama Moo's saying, if you'd like to message me on Facebook to talk a little more about this, I think this might be a one-on-one conversation more than anything else. Peter, you can message me on Facebook, or you can email me if you want at sherry@cruisetipstv.com, although I do prefer Facebook message because, and through our Cruise Tips TV site, because I tend to them very quickly and they're very manageable. Okay, let's see. Barbara wants to know, what is Carnival Breeze like? You'd love to sail. I've heard Breeze is one of Carnival's ships that just, people rave about it. They love it. It's a good family ship. One of our subscribers went there out of Texas, I believe, and just absolutely loved it for families. I think they have the ropes course. It gets really, really good reviews. Okay. Good morning from Australia. Hi, Vicky. Maurice, hurricane season in the Caribbean is like, you guys are gonna have to help me out here, but I think it's something like August to early November. I always get this a little bit off. Okay. Michael wants to know, should you pack your fan in your carry-on bag or with the rest of your luggage? Michael, that is a really tough one. Be careful. Don't take too big of a fan. Take a small battery-operated one if you can, because those are, I've heard that people are getting them confiscated. With that said, I think I'd put it in my carry-on luggage. I think. Okay. A CBCI, can you separate kids and parents in connecting rooms? Yes, there are some connecting rooms on cruise lines. There's not a ton, so you have to book early and work with a travel agent to help you find that. But like Cindy said, a lot of times people just get a second room for their two boys adjacent nearby. Yeah, Dave Mellow Bulldog, aren't we looking cool in the shirts? Aren't they so fall-like and awesome? We're really super proud of our Hot Tub Club shirts, and I know that a lot of you are gonna want them because they're super cool and they're total like OG Cruise Tips TV, right? So Seth will give you a link. Oh my goodness, I see a super chat in here from Beth. Thank you so much, Beth. You have such a beautiful profile picture. My goodness sakes, it's like a headshot. I love it. All right, your family cruises in 21 days and you'd be nowhere near prepared if it wasn't for our videos. Aw, children are 7, 8, and 13. Any ideas for them? You're going to Cozumel and Progresso. So Beth, did you get to see our vlog from Mr. Sancho's in Cozumel? It's really great for 7, 8, and 13-year-olds if they like to swim. Take them to Mr. Sancho's and let them go crazy in the water park there. It's really, really super fun, and I think you would love it. And the parents can kind of chill on the beach. I mean, obviously someone needs to be in the water with the kids, but they do have a lifeguard. It's very safe, and it's very, very family-friendly. So you're gonna feel like you can go from a beer and chips and ceviche with your feet in the sand to dipping in the water to going and getting a fish pedicure and a massage and having all of your needs met. So Beth, I think that's what I would do. Progresso is tough, Beth, because there's not as many things to do right there, but I would take your kids to the ruins. That's kind of what Progresso is known for. It's kind of gateway to the ruins. So hope that helps you. Aw, Jennifer, thank you so much for the super chat. That's okay. That's the same as $10. You're so sweet. You guys always know that we really appreciate the super chats, but it's absolutely never expected. We super appreciate you all though. I've got a pop-up on my computer, Mr. Cruise Tips TV. It's driving me cray-cray. Oh, I just suckered into a pop-up, you guys. I got out of it. I think we're okay now. How do I do this again when I have an issue? You showed me before. Live chat, just go right here. Oh, good. It just saw you looking at it. You're so intimidating. Oh my goodness. Okay, Debbie. Oh, I like your question, and we're gonna do an episode on day bags in October. What did we take in our day bag to Grand Cayman and Ocho Rios? Okay, let's do this, Debbie. Let's try to do the short version of the ultimate shore day bag. Woo! Okay, I'm a little crazy today. Maybe I just need some lunch. Okay, so ultimate shore day bag contains, it's a small lightweight backpack or shoulder bag. It is not too big. It would have water, sunscreen, small bills, cash, some kind of a waterproof bag. So either a Wander Wet bag that you can put your swimsuits in, or a couple of Ziploc bags to put wet swimwear in. And if it rains, you could have wet clothing. You need to put that in a Ziploc bag. Sometimes snacks are good. Sunglasses for the whole family, hat for the whole family, beach cover up, possibly a change of clothes depending on who's traveling with you, Debbie. What am I forgetting, folks? A lot of people, if they're doing water excursions where they're gonna be separated from their belongings, like to get something to put on their body to keep their valuables with them. The trend we saw in Grand Cayman was people were actually using waterproof cell phone cases to put their stuff in. So they'd have their cell phone in there and then you'd see like cash and credit cards like behind the phone. It was really weird. But we have some neck wallets, little neck wallets, actual waterproof type, that are in our shop at amazon.com/shop/cruise tips TV that actually are waterproof and they're not see-through, and those are cool too. So I think that's my ultimate shore day bag for you, Debbie. Okay. All right, Christy wants to know about the drink package. Christy, I lost your comment. I'm scrolling back to it. Don't go anywhere. Okay, with the drink package, you feel guilty each time you sign the slip and not put a tip, even though you prepaid gratuities. Do you just get over it? Christy, you and I have a lot in common. That pretty much sums up my personality. You are not alone. Here's what I would say to you. If you're gonna spend some time at one bar for a long period of time, why don't you take a stack of $5 bills to give out over a period of a day or two and give them an extra buck or two in cash and just leave it there so you don't feel guilty. You don't need to give them more of a tip, but if it's bugging you and you want to slip them a little cash, just do it, girlfriend. It's cool. You can totally do that. All right. Oh, Terry for the super chat. Thank you so much, Terry. Terry said, thank you so much for helping making our first cruise a success. We felt so prepared. You're so nice to really help your viewers. I'm glad you're sharing your passion. Yeah, thank you so much, Terry. There's nothing better in life than finding out how and where you are of service. I can tell you it's the most rewarding thing in the world, and it is our passion, it is our love, and I know that that comes through a lot in what we do, and we want to be able to do it more and more and more. So we're trying to do more and more and more, and Vlogtoberfest is really going to be fun. We're going to be, I know we're just going to be having a blast every day with everybody, and I really think that we're going to be able to cover some topics and some depth on things that we haven't gotten to in a while. So stick with us, and I think you're really going to enjoy that. But thank you so much. Okay. Julie, if you prepaid gratuities, can the ship charge you more money on board for gratuities? No. If you prepaid your tips to your stateroom steward and your dining room steward, you're not going to pay more for that. But for other things that you purchase, you will. So for drinks that you buy, for massages, for anything that's not covering the dining staff and room steward, those are going to be charged separately, and therefore the gratuities will be additional. I think that makes sense, Julie. Let me know if I left you hanging there. Okay? Hopefully you got that. Okay. Thank you so much, R. Wells, for the super chat. You are ever so welcome, and we're always here for you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love that you watch our videos Saturday as a family. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. Joe Mock is agreeing that a small cash tip is way appreciated by the crew. It's true. You guys, we do not hand out hundreds of dollars of tips over the course of a week, but we do it on occasion, sometimes even at the buffet. If someone fawned all over us, brought my husband 5 Diet Cokes at lunch, and took our trays and chatted it up with us and maybe helped with my son's lemonade when he couldn't carry his plate and his lemonade, I'm gonna leave him $2 on the table. But I probably don't spend more than $20 to $40 extra for an entire week on a cruise. So this does not have to be a burden. If you don't wanna do it, don't feel guilty either. Cruises, the way the gratuities are designed is that you don't have to do it. Okay, all right. Angie, yes, I do have a day job, and it is not in the travel industry. I work in corporate America in management, and I absolutely love what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. I have an incredible team, and I have really good benefits. So my day job is very important to me. And honestly, my day job pays for everything. It pays for the rent, mostly the cruises, and things like that. So I cherish it and I love it. And while of course everybody wishes they could be a full-time travel vlogger, that is not our reality right now. You never know. Someday it could be. But right now, we're living the dream, the good old hard-working American dream, my friend. But we're very, very fortunate, and we have a lot of love for our day-to-day life and appreciation for having a job, to be quite honest with you. In my job, I've been through 2 recessions, very, very severe, deep recessions that scared the heck out of me. And every time I've gone through something like that, I've come out of it with just a very clear appreciation for having work and being able to make a living in California. I can tell people a lot of times, we do not spend a lot of money on things in our family. My husband and I both drive old cars, a 2002 and a 2006 respectively, so they're not ancient, but they're old. They got a lot of miles on them. Our house is not fancy. Our furniture is not fancy. We have the same bed that we had when we got married 20 years ago, and we just don't buy fancy things, but we travel a lot, and that's what we love to do. Why are you smiling, honey? Because you're wearing your Hot Tub Club shirt and you look hot? Because you like me? Thank you. That's really sweet. Anyway, that was probably too much information. Y'all are like, get back to the questions, lady. All right, I shall do that. I'm sorry, TMI, but I need a drink. Please forgive me. Okay. All right, let's see. What do we got here? What's wrong?
Why don't you let me take a couple that backed up here.
Thank you so much.
Did you see the one from Tiffany Davis about are packing cubes really worth buying?
Oh, Tiffany, I love that. No, I didn't see it. Tiffany, are packing cubes worth buying? You know what? You're going to get people all riled up here, Tiffany, in the chat, because girl, we are, for some reason, this whole community is packing cube crazy. I know a few people who are like, I don't use packing cubes. I think they're a waste of space or weight or whatever. And to them I say, okay, cool, no problem, but watch out because our community is like so pro packing cube. Yes, we love them. Here's why. There's a lot of reasons why. Number one, they're cute and they're fun, and you can get different colors for everyone in the family. I'm just gonna say it. I think they're aesthetically pleasing. Number two, they allow you to pre-pack. So what we do is we use them to pre-pack, and I stack them up in my closet, and then I take them out a week before the cruise. I look at the stuff again, and I remove things, and it keeps me organized in the pre-packing game. Also, you can use them to pack in different ways. You can pack by person, by clothing item style, by day. You can do a lot of those different things. You could put all your shirts in one, all your socks in one, or you could organize your outfits and put them in. One of probably the best hacks that we have though for packing cubes is that once you get on the ship and you're unpacking, you don't actually like take your clothes out of the cubes. We take the packing cube, unzip the top, fold it back and slide it onto the shelf. And then all week you have like little mini drawers. So like I kind of pull it out, grab my son's jeans, put his socks back in, whatever it may be. It keeps you more organized on the cruise. So yeah, we're fanatical about them. It's really weird, but we all love packing cubes around here. So yeah, that was a really long answer. Okay, I'm ready, Mr. Chris Sips TV, shoot.
Okay, this is another old one from Bridge Tennis. It's going on their first cruise in 10 years in less than 60 days. And her boyfriend's first ever. Any tips for giving him the opportunity for a best cruise ever?
Oh, that is so sweet. What is that, Bridge Tennis? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say to you. Have a talk before the cruise about the fact that your cruise is not gonna be perfect. I think one of the best things that you can do when you're going into a cruise experience is to just come to the understanding that probably something is gonna go wrong. The elevators are gonna annoy you, they're gonna be slow, you're gonna have a meal that you don't like, you're gonna see a passenger being rude to crew and it's gonna bug you. There's gonna be things that aren't perfect. If you can get your mind around that before any vacation, not just cruises, that's step one. Step two would be, my advice would be, please don't overplan your cruise. Give yourself permission to do absolutely nothing for just a day or two. Put absolutely nothing on your schedule and stick to it. Another thing I would say is, I don't know if your husband's into formal night or not, or if that actually would drain his energy, but I think it's really fun, if it's been a while since you've been on a cruise, to really enjoy the things that make cruising special, the traditional things. So for us, I know for my husband, when we first started cruising, that was dressing up at dinner. We had so much fun getting all dolled up for formal night. My husband even got a tuxedo delivered to the room one time. And I think that that experience sort of drew us closer and really allowed us to just experience life in a different way. So different from the day-to-day, right? We come home from work, and what do you guys do when you come home from work? You don't put on a tuxedo and have dinner. You rip off your work clothes. For me, I go put flannel pajamas on, I grab a LaCroix, I throw my hair in a ponytail, and I start cooking dinner. You don't get to experience the tradition of it. And I would also say, get out there and watch some sunsets, some sunrises, and just be on the open deck doing nothing but being together, being present with one another, and smelling the ocean air. So that's my little speech. I hope that that's helpful and specific enough for you. All right, I'm ready, Mr. Cruise Tips TV.
Okay, hopefully you didn't get this one already. It's from Sylvia, and Sylvia wants to know if Holland America offers a soda can package.
Oh, I told her I wasn't sure. We got that one from earlier. Yeah.
Okay, Maverick wants to know if there's such a thing as an adult-only cruise.
Right now, the luxury lines are the primary way that I know to do that. So Viking, Silversea, Seabourn, some of them may allow children, but for the most part, right now, I believe you have to go ultra luxury in order to get the adults only experience. With the introduction of Virgin cruises coming in the next few years, that should change a little bit, although I think Virgin is still going to be more on the premium side. For now, I don't know of any, though, mass market cruises that are adults only, just the premium lines. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, and here's another one you may have already got, and I think you addressed it, if not for this person, for somebody else, but we'll cover it anyway. Everyone gets a chance if we can. Our Wells is going to Cozumel in December. Did you get it?
Yep.
Okay, the Nachikiko?
Yep.
Okay, good. Another one from Bridge Tennis. Are we crazy for not getting off at RC Coco Cay?
I've never been to Coco Cay. What do you guys think? Should Bridge Tennis stay on the ship? Or I don't see any reason why you're crazy. If that's what you want to do in any port, stay on that ship and enjoy the uncrowded pools, the uncrowded buffets, and just having the run of the house, man. Do it. Yeah.
Okay, I don't think we're going to have information, but I'm going to throw it out here anyway.
Okay.
Stephen K. is going to Alaska in 2020 on Carnival and wants to know if you have any inside information about when they will release their itinerary.
For 2020?
For 2020.
They're coming soon.
Yeah,
You're starting to see the 2020s trickle out, right? Didn't you do some news releases for me this week on that?
I did, and there's a specific mention of Panorama. So did we see something on Panorama? I might have to dig through that
I
one.
remember the Norwegian. I'm talking about Norwegian. It was the Norwegian Encore was going to be home porting in New York, was the one that I heard about. Maybe there was something about Panorama. Or Vista. Vista. We got that news. Oh dear. Sorry guys. We're just
Yeah, we're gonna
falling
move
behind.
on. Paige wants to know what is the best line for multiple cruise perks?
Probably Norwegian.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah,
what
I would go with
thinking.
Norwegian for the multiple cruise
It kind of
perks.
depends on.
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay.
Claudia wants to know how safe is it to book excursions on the Shipmate app?
I would say it's very safe, but you want to follow the same rules you would follow with any other booking your own shore excursion sort of plan. And we do have an episode that we're going to be putting out on this soon. Okay, so let's talk about the top 5 things you need to do if you're booking your own excursion, and let's just stick with them. And Bonnie, thank you so much. And who else is giving super chats? Diane, Rich, and Bonnie, thank you so much for the super chats. I see you. Back to the booking your own excursion. Promise me, guys, that if you're booking your own excursion through Shipmate or anywhere that you book at all, you'll just follow the same rules. Number 1, make sure there's reviews available on that excursion and pick an accredited provider. You can research the provider, whether it's through Shipmate or another provider. Look at the reviews, look at the photos, see what people are saying. That's number 1. Get something in writing that outlines their cancellation policy so that if the ship doesn't make it that day, you are not charged anything. You shouldn't even be charged a deposit. If your ship does not make it to port, you should pay $0. Number 3, you must email them if you can for confirmation before your cruise or a few days before, just to make sure everything is in line. I highly recommend it, even if it means getting onto Wi-Fi. Other things you need to do, make sure you take some cash with you for tipping. That's probably always a really, really good idea. I don't think that you'd do well to not take a little bit of money for a tip if you're booking your own excursion, $5 to $20 depending on the excursion. And the last thing I was going to say is be on time and make sure you know the difference between ship and shore time, because you do not have the cushion of the ship, the cruise line sponsored folks to help you if something goes wrong. You're on your own. So that's my power moment with that. All right, Mr. Cruise Tips TV, what you got? Anything else, or do you want me to jump into the chat?
I think you can go ahead and jump in. I want to.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw the super chat from Diane.
I did, from Diane
Okay,
Rich
good.
Photography.
Yeah, good.
Yay! Yay! Thank you, Diane, and thank you, Bonnie. Appreciate it. Okay, let's get back into some questions. I'm going to go from the bottom up. Debbie, prepaid gratuities cover the same thing that the gratuities would cover if you were on the ship, and that is going to be your dining room staff and your stateroom stewards. Okay, so those are the gratuities as we know them. Vanessa, what is wave season? I love that question. Vanessa, we have a whole episode on it if you want to search it and find out more, but I'm going to tell you what it is. Wave season is the period between approximately January and March or April when the cruise lines offer some of their greatest deals. They sweeten their packages. They promote cruising a lot. And our theory on why they do that is because it's cold in a lot of places and people are looking to book a cruise when they're cold and they're freezing and they're sitting by their fireplace and they're like, oh, where am I gonna go for my family holiday? I wanna get out of this awful cold weather. But it's also just a really good time to book. I don't think wave season is gimmicky. I don't think it's a myth. In fact, we almost always book some kind of a cruise during wave season. So yeah, okay. Gonna jump back up and get some more questions. Let's see here. Sylvia wants to know if Holland America offers a decent blow dryer, not the dinky ones on the wall. I don't remember, but ask around. Let's see, guys, what do you think? Holland America have good blow dryers.com. Mom said that the newly refurbished Coco K is awesome. Okay. Yeah, Sharon at Sea is corroborating that the rest of the Carnival 2020 itinerary should be out by the end of the year, definitely before wave season. Thank you, Sharon, and you guys make sure to check out Sharon's channel if you haven't already. Okay, let's see here, scrolling on up. Okay, Earl wants to know how early you can board a Royal Caribbean ship on your cruise. Earl, like most of the cruise lines, they're doing this new type of boarding where they assign you a time now. And in some ports, if you don't show up at that exact time, they'll make you wait and they'll turn you away. It's really delicate balance, so I can't necessarily answer that. We're early port people, so check-in people, so we really try to get there at 10:30 or 11, hoping to be on the ship by noon, but that doesn't always happen. Simple Shar, thank you so very much for the beautiful super chat. That was really, really sweet, and you look so pretty. Is that your wedding picture in your profile photo? That is gorgeous. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I hope we do get to enjoy dinner. I'm actually really hungry right now. I'm starving. I had a really early breakfast today. I got up so early. I was like wide awake, and it was still dark out, and then I went to the gym, and now I'm hungry, so. Sorry, again, gotta get back to the questions. I know. It's the Sherry show here for a minute. Okay, I saw someone asking me a little while ago if we got a media invite for the Symphony of the Seas. No, we didn't. We're not in a huge amount of direct touch with Royal Caribbean at this time. Not because we don't want to be, partially because we're so busy. So we have to be careful how much more we take on, but we certainly would love to go on that ship and check it out if we have the time. Okay. Let's see here. Live Your Best Life for Life said, which cruise line usually covers both Christmas and New Year's Day? You can't find any that cover both. You wanted to go on Royal Caribbean. See, that's the tricky thing, is it depends a lot on when those holidays fall during the year. So I think a lot of times they purposefully try to divide the two holidays because of the fact that they can then get two holiday cruises. But the fact that Christmas falls on a Tuesday this year and New Year's falls on a Monday kind of makes me think there's got to be some Caribbean cruises out there that straddle both holidays that would leave on maybe not. No, I get it now, because if you're on a 7-night cruise and you're Saturday to Saturday, you're not gonna get both holidays. Ooh, that's tricky. All right, so my answer is you're gonna have to look for an itinerary that departs on Mondays, but still it's gonna have to be more than a 7-night itinerary. I'm looking at my calendar because I don't know how else to explain that, but I think that's probably good. Okay, all right, let's see. Oh yeah, Jennifer suggested doing a back-to-back. That's a really good idea. All right, I would like to at this time invite you to, if I've missed your question, please retype it now, because now we're getting to the point where I'm gonna have to scroll up and it might get kind of messy, so please do. Brishilda Shedalari, thank you for the compliment, I really appreciate it. Do I recommend booking through an agency or directly with a cruise line? I'm a travel agent girl myself. I certainly know how to book my own cruise, but I really love the extra attention that a travel agent gives me. And I like the fact that they just have so much knowledge and they can often get you perks and deals and they just know what to look for. And I let my travel agent buy my travel insurance for me, or to price it out. I pay for it, obviously. But they price it out for you and they have these good relationships with travel insurance providers, and they can help you with that element too. So I use travel agents. Okay. Bye, Mike and Cheryl. Enjoy the baby. If you're seeing this on the replay, enjoy your day. So glad that you've got the little one today. Okay, let's see. And for those of you who are reminding everyone to give a thumbs up, Simple Shar, and I know Linda's been doing it. Thank you so much. You're so kind, and we really, really appreciate you. And the thumbs ups do matter. YouTube is not an exact science, folks. The more comments, the more thumbs ups, the more shares, the more subscriptions we get, the better things go. But I gotta tell you, it's always so up and down. So you're in control. You're helping us out so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Christy Ayers says, C-bands, do you wear on both wrists or just one? You wear them on both. Lauren Jones says, any suggestions on a cruise document, organizer, or holder? Lauren, I think that is such a good question. You know, Scott Singer from Scott Singer Cruises, he's so cute. He takes a 3-ring binder and puts on the 3-ring binder on the front of it, he labels it and he puts the name of his cruise and all that good stuff on the front, and then he uses a traditional binder and he puts everything in it. I use a manila folder, so a small manila folder, and I just cram the papers in there and then I put a binder clip on it. I've also seen people use document holders from the dollar store that are plastic. So they're plastic, they're about 8 by 11, and then people will take the little string and wrap it around the button and it holds it all together. So those are some options for you. Hopefully that helps. Debbie wants places to eat in Cozumel, guys. Anybody know good places to eat in Cozumel? All right. Danilo, did I use my Apple Watch when I went on my recent excursion in Ocho Rios? Was interested in doing it. Oh, I think I should let Mr. Cruise Tips TV answer that question, Danilo. Honey, did I use my Apple Watch in Jamaica?
Yes, and here's a little tip for you. You have to put it in swim mode, and she did not.
And then what happened?
We were able to rescue it. So
what happened to my Apple Watch? Tell Danilo.
It went bananas.
It went banana. No, it stopped working.
Yeah.
And I freaked out. I've realized that I am addicted to this stupid thing. I'm addicted to my Apple Watch. And I was so upset. Mr. Cruise Tips TV laid it out in the sun. He did all these resets and he got it back working. And I didn't even have to buy a new one. So be careful with it. We were pretty active that day. I think I probably should have left it in the safe. John.
I think that you just wanted the rose gold one and it was just a little sabotage thing.
I want the rose gold one for my birthday, but I don't want to spend $400 on it. It's stupid. This one's fine. John Carey gave us a super chat, and that is the cutest emoji in the world. Those little sunglasses are so cute. John, thank you so very much. We do too. We get a lot out of these streams too, and the energy that we get back, I'm telling you, it feeds us, it feeds our soul, it feeds our family, it makes us so happy. And I didn't mean that monetarily. I'm sorry, it feeds our family. That could have come across 2 different ways. But it gives us a ton of energy and meaning too. So thank you. Yes, Amy, sometimes I do take naps on cruises, but I take naps at home on occasion too.
Oh, just occasionally.
Occasionally.
Every now and then.
Every now and then. I probably take a nap every other weekend. I am what my husband calls a supernova type person, which means I'm like go, go, go until I hit a wall. And then when I hit that wall, it's like I'm just gonna go, poof. So yeah, when I supernova out, and a lot of times it's after a live stream, it'll be like I go have lunch, and then by 2, after a live stream, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll be in there. And asleep for 2 hours. You guys go do something. I'm so tired. But not all the time. But yeah, I get pretty tired, and it's getting worse as I get older. Oh, medallion. Mike and Cheryl, what is going on with the medallion? I am so out of touch with it. I'll research and I'll find out. Okay, Michelle, where are you going with the small kids? That will help me. But Michelle, I do have some general tips for you. Take a stroller, an umbrella stroller for the children, or a double. They need it, even at 5. Really, truly do yourself a favor and take a cheap little stroller. I would even suggest 2 of them. One adult takes each cheap umbrella stroller. I'm talking like the $25 ones with a little shade over the top. Other than that, message me and I'll give you more. Okay, yes. Ready.
I have one question here that has been lingering, and I feel kind of bad because I think that Sean actually asked this twice. And
Okay.
it's about Seaside.
Okay.
He wanted to know about the Wi-Fi and if you know anything about the smoking areas.
Okay, the smoking areas, I know that there's an aft smoking area. There's plenty of smoking areas on Seaside. One of them is on the left side of the ship aft if you're facing the wake. Wi-Fi on the ship was good quality in my opinion, but if I were to do it again, I would buy the unlimited package. That's what I would say. Maverick, best cruises for singles or adults only would be two different answers. For singles, I would go with Norwegian because they have the solo cabins, the solo lounge. For adults only, go with the premium lines that are adults only. Okay. All right, I'm gonna scroll up. I know we have tons of questions coming in. The Viking is back. I'd love to do Carnival Paradise sometimes. We'll try. No, Christy, I've never slept on the balcony at night. I've thought about it, but I've never done it. Okay, Sylvia, question. How casual can we dress for regular dining room evenings? What cruise line, Sylvia? Most of the time, on a normal night, you will see as casual as shorts and t-shirts, and it is allowed, but it's kind of frowned upon on some of the lines. Carnival, it's totally acceptable, but on some of the more premium lines, it's kind of frowned upon. So that's your answer. Holly, are Carnival and Princess very different? You've only cruised Carnival, you want to try Princess. Are they very different? You're curious about tea time, coffee card, atmosphere. Yeah, okay, Holly, they are pretty different, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to like them both. We love them both. And we're pretty mellow, we're pretty tranquil. We're pretty tried and true Princess cruisers, meaning we like cruising with older people. And a lot of times on Princess, your demographic is going to be 65 and up. We like that. So does our son. Love it. And we like the cuisine on Princess, and we love the tea time. You're still gonna have a lot of fun activities and things like that on Princess though, so in that way it's sort of similar, but you're not gonna have as much on some of the Princess cruises, as much poolside fun, as much line dancing. You're not gonna have as much contemporary music like DJs really like lighting it up like they do on Carnival. Carnival's a little bit more party, fun, loud, wild, but we really enjoy that. But we also like Princess, and you can still do, you know, really fun stuff on Princess, like enjoy the deck parties, enjoy the sail away parties, and they're different though. It's kind of hard, Holly. You can message me on Facebook and we can talk more, okay? All right. Wow, Claudia's already having margaritas. Nice. Bonnie, you need ideas to help you not sleep for 5 days straight in your cabin. Well, Bonnie, maybe you need to sleep in your cabin. Maybe you need the rest. I think you and I will chat about that offline. I think we can do some good ones. Oh, what a fun idea, Tracy. Tracy wants to know if we recommend doing a guided tour on the Queen Mary the day before embarkation. How much time do you need? Yeah, Tracy, the tours are so fun. And you know, you don't even necessarily have to do like just a straight up guided tour on the Queen Mary. Do one of the fun ghost tours. They're great. We even took our son and he was totally fine with it. It wasn't spooky at all. It's really fascinating. So try to check that out. If you message me, I can try to help you to figure out which tour would be best for you, because we did one back in January or February and we did a video on it. It was great. So much fun. Okay. I'm scrolling up here. Oh, Tim, is there a date that cruise ships start decorating for the holidays? Tim, yes, usually right after Thanksgiving and sometimes a little bit before Thanksgiving. But on our cruise last year that fell on Thanksgiving, they had Thanksgiving decorations up a few days before Thanksgiving, and then on whatever our Costa Rica day was, a couple days after Thanksgiving, they whipped out all the Christmas stuff and it was awesome. Okay, are we catching up, Mr. Cruise Tips TV?
I think we are. And I heard you talking about dress codes for a formal night.
Yeah.
Were you addressing Sylvia's question about Holland America?
Oh, no, I didn't see Sylvia. I didn't see a Holland America formal night question. They were talking about regular dining room dress code.
Sylvia would like to know what our thoughts on about the dress code for Holland America. Mm-hmm. Basically, I think her question was, how do you dress informally?
Informally? On Holland America and Princess are slightly more premium. You're gonna see people at dinner. Here's an example of what I would see a man wearing. You're gonna see men wearing things like Hawaiian shirts and jeans, Hawaiian shirts and shorts, collared shirts and pants. I even see some nicer t-shirts on Princess and Holland America in the dining room, but people are pretty clean cut. Is that the way you say it, clean cut? Clean cut. I'm having trouble talking. Thank you so much, Diane and Dave, for the anniversary super chat. You guys are so sweet. And I know you're watching me on that big TV in your living room, and that's really weird, but I just have to accept it. Okay, let's see. I'm going to jump into the bottom and answer the questions from the bottom up. So thank you all very much for your patience if I've missed you.
Megan had a question.
Okay.
About Catalina in Ensenada.
Ooh, yeah.
Traveling there with an 8-year-old and 2-year-old twins, and would like to know if you have any advice on what to do.
An 8-year-old and 2-year-old twins, you can technically do golf cart rental and use one of the little car seats they provide for the twins. That might actually be kind of fun. The kids might love renting a golf cart for the day. You just walk off the ship and go do that. It's a very walkable place, Catalina is. I really think that it's a nice thing to do. It is one of those ports where we would actually just recommend walking around and going and letting the kids kind of put their feet in the water and do that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and keep answering questions. Liza, what if you book a specialty dining reservation, then found out you wanted to go to a show that it's the same time? You're gonna have to change one of them. You're gonna have to change one of the reservations, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I know that's frustrating. The whole scheduling thing on cruises is so hard. It's hard for me. I'm not used to it. I'm old school. Let's see. Kathy, you want tips on cruise photography and videos too. So Kathy, that's a tough one. I mean, we could do entire segments on it, but really my advice for you is to take the camera that you're going to use the most, whether that's a really nice high quality iPhone or it's a really good quality, point and shoot the best you can possibly afford from Costco. Just get out there and practice. Keep practicing with it and you will get better and take a ton of pictures. Carol, I haven't been to Chankanaab in Cozumel, but I've heard it's wonderful. I know that there's another, someone in cruise media talks about it all the time and says it's absolutely fantastic. Okay, Marissa, I don't remember what time the pools close on Seaside, but I can check the schedules for you. Okay, let's see here. Sandra, yes, there are lots of non-smoking areas on Caribbean Princess. In fact, most areas are non-smoking. Grace wants to know, taking an Australian cruise, what will be the best time of year? I don't have experience with that, so I know we have some folks from down under. Let's help Grace out. What's the best time of year to cruise from Australia? All right, let's see here. Okay. Oh my goodness sakes. Yes, Bonnie, I think you do need to sleep. Okay. I'm going to jump down to the bottom and see what else we have here. We're doing okay, but if we've missed you, you can always message me here or on Facebook, okay guys? Please know that, because we're about to log off in just a couple minutes. I'm going to pass out from hunger. I'm just teasing you. But, oh my goodness sakes. All right, so MG Toe said that the Catalina Conservatory has excursions around the island. Great tour, and you're helping out the animals. Thank you, MG Toe. That's so cool. I want to do that sometime. Oh my goodness, everybody's asking for a video class, honey. That's so cute. All right, let's see. Yeah, I've been to the Bahamas. Albert, watch our vlog from Thursday. We had a blast in Nassau this time. Okay. Ariana, Catalina and Ensenada for adults. There's a beach club in Catalina that can be really fun that we've thought about doing before. I can't remember the name of it, but if you Google it, you're going to find it. Okay. Divina, Sherry Husband's doing Divina late January 29 with a family group of 11 adults, 2 children. Will you able to get a large dining table for all of you? You should be able to. Ask your travel agent to try to notify them in advance. Speak with the maitre d' on day 1 and just keep trying, keep asking and see what you can do. I would say the same thing on any cruise line. Christy, yes, you should be able to still rent a tux on Princess. Go into the shopping area and see if you can find the tuxedo rental for formal wear. If you can't, call their 800 number and they can help you. Okay. All right, getting a lot of camera questions, Mr. Cruise Tips TV. I see a lot of them coming in hot. It's hard for us to answer all that because there's so much to tell you guys about the cameras and everything, but when it really comes down to it, we use a GoPro for action and beach shots and things like that. And when we're vlogging, we use a really great vlogging camera that Mr. Cruise Tips TV can probably tell me the name of right now that really makes someone like me who is terrible with cameras. I mean, we're talking like I'm very bad with using DSLRs. I like using fancy cameras, but I'm limited in my abilities. But this vlogging camera is amazing, so I'll try to get a link for you or something like that. It is in our store. It is probably in the cameras and tech section of our store, which is amazon.com/shop/cruise-tips-tv. It's a phenomenal camera. For vlogging, yes, there it is. It's a Sony RX100 6. Is that the 6, honey? VI6? Yeah, exceptional camera. If you guys remember Bicep Cam from our last set of vlogs where my husband was holding the camera and I was holding onto his arm and walking, it was an easier way for us to like keep the camera stable and talk and walk. That was the Sony, and it's phenomenal. Oh, and it has decent audio, which is so weird. I'm ready, sweetie.
You know, I gotta chime in because I
Please.
get caught up in the trap of thinking I need the next thing. Always, it's the camera, but the reality is it's not the camera. It's what you do with it. And, you know, most of the things that I'm trying to fix are really just mistakes that I'm making with the camera that I'm using. I've got great shots with the iPhone, great shots with the GoPro, and, you know, and garbage shots with the iPhone, garbage shots with the GoPro. So try not to get caught up too much in the I need, you know, whatever it is you think you need to make it better. Just work with what you have and just try to tell the best story.
So that's the funny thing is a lot of times we do get questions from people about doing videos about all of our gear and tech. And when I ask Mr. Cruise Tips TV about it, he always kind of says the same thing. He's like, we can do that, but it isn't usually about the camera. It's usually about, like you said, you practice, you know, you get the camera that you can afford and that you love, and then you work with it a lot. And that's the key. We did just order the new GoPro 7, right? It's on its way?
Yes, it is on the way. Well,
on the way.
Hopefully it's on the way.
Yeah, super excited. All right, you guys, it is time for us to log out so that I can go get some food. That's been the recurring theme. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, let's go over just a few more things really quick. Vlogtoberfest is coming. We're vlogging every day in October, so you will not see us live until then because we've got a lot going on. Please be patient just for those next few days while we get our schedule ready for Vlogtober and spend this next little bit of time preparing for that. But you will see us going live probably on October 1st or doing some kind of video that day. So we'll see you then, yay! And then if you have any photos of yourself wearing your shirts, either from Seth's Hot Tub Club shirts, which we'll link to afterwards, or from our Spreadshirt shop, always send them to me because, as you know, we really love to post them on social media. Jennifer's husband sent me one this week. Jennifer's in the chat today. Sydney sent me one. Send them to me on Facebook through the messenger. I love that. And again, thank you guys so much for all of your anniversary wishes. We cannot wait to announce our next cruise to you guys. It will be very early in October that we tell you where you're going. And then when we reveal the name of the ship and the experience, then we get to talk a little bit more about it throughout the month of October. And I think it's gonna bring a lot of new discussions to the table for our Cruise Tips TV family. So thank you all so very much for being here with us today. And thank you so much for all of your thumbs ups. It really means a lot to us. It does help our channel with the YouTube algorithm, which we'll never understand, right? It's all just a mystery, but we love you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Go take naps, spread some joy, and go have some lunch. Let's all go have some lunch. Thank you so much. Until next time, we'll see you on the high seas. Bye-bye.
Cruise around the week.
Hey, click me to subscribe.